Well, the co-accused who are charged with helping Thabo Bester break out of prison are going to be back in court today. They're going to be continuing their bail application. Let's head live now to where the court case will continue this morning. Senior reporter Silindelo Masikane on top of this for us. And Slee, good morning to you. And let's just remind viewers how many people are appearing, because there's always a little bit of confusion. Maybe you can help me unpack this, whether or not Magudumana is going to be appearing alongside with them or virtually, or she's not part of the proceedings. Good morning. What are we expecting?
Good morning, Gareth. Well, we're back at the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court, where we are expecting the bail proceedings for the 5 co-accused to continue in terms of the cross-examination of the defense lawyers for the accused, where they will be cross-examining the investigating officer. Now, what we saw earlier this week, in terms of your question, is that, of course, we saw a virtual appearance of Thabo Bester as well as Dr. Magudumana. We know that DCS had actually made an application in terms of Thabo Bester a week ago for him to appear virtually, and that is because he is being kept at the Kgosi Mampuru prison in Gauteng in Pretoria. And from what we understand, the court proceedings were, of course, going to be a postponement in the main matter for all 8 accused to the 20th of June. And so DCS felt that it was just simply more plausible for Bester to appear virtually. But at the 11th hour, we also found out that Dr. Nandipa would also be appearing virtually from the Kroonstad prison here in the Free State. But her father, that is Zolile Sekeleni, he who is already out on 10,000 Rand bail, was in the dock with the other co-accused, where he was also told that he should be back in court on the 20th of June, the main matter being postponed for further investigations. But what was quite interesting with Thabo Bester's virtual appearance, Gareth, was the fact that he not only was putting new legal representation on record, but his lawyers then proceeded to make some submissions around whether the court really knows for sure that the man before them is Thabo Bester, saying that the court had not been furnished with any documentation ascertaining and confirming that Bester was indeed the man that authorities have been looking for, the man who had escaped from the Mangaung Correctional Center. The magistrate really didn't entertain the submission much, saying that the court had no reason to believe that it did not have the correct man in front of them. And now we know, following the Home Affairs, the Home Affairs budget vote speech by the Minister Aaron Matsoaledi, that not only have DNA tests been done, but we know that Home Affairs had gone on a process of a late registration of birth, where they interviewed Bester's mother, where they tracked down that in fact Bester had been born at the Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital in Soweto, stating that not only does the DNA confirm this, but of course they now know, in terms of tracing his origins, that indeed they did capture the correct man in Tanzania. We did speak to Bester's lawyer in terms of the submission. This is what he had to say on the day in which Bester had appeared.
What we wanted was the court to be satisfied that indeed we have the right person before us. That's why the counsel said, is there any form of documentation that can actually confirm that indeed we have the right person? We were actually taking it from that angle. But it seems as if the court had a different view, even though from our side we feel that there is no information, no any document that can actually confirm that we have Thabo Bester before us.
So, but you wouldn't be representing Thabo Bester if it wasn't Thabo Bester?
No. I'm saying we dealt with that application before court. We made our submissions, and the reasons for our submissions were furnished, or rather given to the court. The court made a ruling. So it's for us now to accept, and we have already accepted with them in the decision of the court, and we move forward. We take instructions, and then we see how we deal with the matter going forward.
Okay, so that's what the lawyer for Thabo Bester had to say. Slee, so viewers just tuning in this morning, I know you touched on Nandipa Magudumana in the first part of our discussion. So is she appearing today or not appearing today? Just help me understand again.
We're not expecting Dr. Nandipa to be in court today, and that is because her lawyers have reserved her right to apply for bail. So only the accused that have already applied for bail will be in the dock today. So let's just take a listen to what her lawyer had to say after her virtual appearance in court as well.
Look, the matter has been postponed to the 20th of June for further investigations. We'll be coming back on that day to see if the investigations have been concluded, and then further arrangements will be made. But for now, that's what I can say.